Yes, people. What's going on? It's Egal Talks Football, and we're back with another video. Today's Vibe from the Six. It's going to be a small panel, very quick and concise video. We got a bunch of things to talk about. We're going to, of course, on today's show, we're going to talk about Arsenal, and we're going to talk about Ivan Toney links. Of course, we're also going to talk about Liverpool and their chances to potentially win the Premier League, Tottenham, and where they potentially think they could end up with George in the building. We got Ches in the building to talk Chelsea, and of course, Eden Hazard has retired, so he's going to give a eulogy for that. Unfortunately, Eden Hazard had to retire at the age of 32. Honestly, you would have thought he could have had a longer career, but you know what? The career that he did have should be celebrated. And then also, we're going to throw in a team of the season at some point in there so far. And while we're at it, play a little bit of Family Feud, football Family Feud. And I'll tell you all about that in a bit. But how you guys doing? How's everybody in the house? How you doing, Ches?
No, I'm
You
good,
kicking
bro.
it?
I'm good. Obviously, Hazard retiring, taking all over the news on football. Good break. I think all our clubs, except for Liverpool, had a good end to before the international break. So fairly happy. Looking forward to the Arsenal
Yeah,
game.
Liverpool and Man City, of course, because we did beat Man City.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Liverpool drew to Brighton. So as a Chelsea fan, looking forward to the Arsenal game. But yeah, happy to be here.
A couple wins got you excited for the Arsenal game. I
Yeah,
love
man.
to see it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. How you doing? How you doing, Jamie? Wait, how you feeling?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Top of the world. I'm all right.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe let's start with Liverpool as we're waiting for George. George will be joining us at some point throughout the stream. And if you guys can hear us loud and clear, please do leave a comment down below. Let me know if you can hear us loud and clear. But yeah, let's start with Liverpool. Bro, do you feel like Liverpool can do it now? After seeing a couple games, you guys playing well, top of the league, up there, top of the league with not top of the league, but like in the top four right now with everybody else. And you played some tough teams. You played some of the tougher teams in the league, I would say, with Brighton. If I'm not mistaken, you played a lot of teams on the top half of the table.
Yeah, we've played a lot of difficult away games this season already. But no, I said this on my channel yesterday. I believe Liverpool are a year away from competing. I'd be happy finishing the Champions League again and having a good Europa League run or a domestic cup run, trying to win one of them trophies. Because look, Liverpool finished fifth last season, a disastrous season, and Arsenal took over Liverpool last year, and they've continued that run. And Liverpool got a brand new midfield this season, so we obviously got Klopp, who's been there and done it and knows how to do it. I mean, that is probably the only factor I would say in all this is that Klopp knows how to do it almost against Pep, and he's the real factor for us. But if I'm being realistic, I'm saying next season, once this midfield has settled down for 12 months, we go and get the players we need to go and get next season. I think Liverpool will be a far better team next year. So I'll be happy to finish in the top four, third. I'm probably looking at third. Go have a good Europa League run. Try and win that. A domestic cup maybe. And considering where we were last season for a brand new midfield this year, I'll take that every day of the week. You've got to be realistic on these things. Arsenal have got probably, for me, the strongest 11 in the Premier League at the moment. And you've got to be realistic about it as a Liverpool fan. You just do. But I think Jurgen Klopp is a big factor for us because he sort of knows how to just get it done. And, Liverpool and Arsenal, I think, will go on big winning runs this season along with City. And I think they'll be the three clubs. But, come back this time next year, another season, I think Liverpool will be in a much stronger position.
Boom. So the question is, do you believe Liverpool can win the league? And you're basically saying no. And Ches, you agree?
Yeah.
I think it's too early to write off Liverpool.
Yeah, guys, it's too early in general to say anything conclusive yet. What I would say is, based on last season, they didn't really do that well. They called it back. I know you guys are on an unbeaten run prior to the game the other day against Spurs. So they had a good end to the season to go on in the beginning of this season. But I don't know if they've got hitters all over the pitch in order to do what they did against City before, or even Arsenal. Because Arsenal have proven they can get to those numbers. City will always be those numbers. Can Liverpool do that? I'm not sure. I would say no for now. Because, for example, Arsenal can get some injuries. City might not kick into the gear what everyone thinks they do, and then Liverpool end up in the race. And then from that point, you never know. So I'd say for now, it's Arsenal's and City's battle for the league, and Liverpool could compete. But you never know, man. You just don't know. Football it's 8 games in, so what can we really say? Realistically, yeah, they're doing well. Liverpool's won. They've had one of the hardest teams to play the season in terms of the stat that came out. I think Gal, you posted it as well. Yeah, they've had like one of the harder runs because we know football doesn't work that way, innit? We know it doesn't work that way. But in it, Jamie, like people say Chelsea got the easiest run, but then when you beat the teams you should be beating, what does everyone say? Oh, you should be beating them anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, for the run they had, it's good. But yeah, we'll see.
You know what? MCFC protocol. I sent you a message on Twitter. Check it out. In the meanwhile, we're waiting for George. So before George joins, I personally think a lot of people were underestimating Liverpool going into the season, and they're expecting them to be similar to last season. So yes, credit to them, but I'm not willing to write them out of a title race right now. I'm not saying they're going to win it, but I'm just not willing to write them out. It's still very early. I could see them being I could see it being a 3-horse race up until a certain point of the season, and then eventually the squad depth will hit you. But on the form that Mo Salah's on, and on the way that you guys have been getting through results, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys held on to it for a little bit longer. And at this moment in time, dare I say it, City seem to be the team that looks like they're faltering. Without Rodri, City are not the same team, guys.
I think City
are they weaker this season?
I think City had a poor summer, personally. I don't think their transfer window was as great as everyone made it out to be. They lost some absolute ballers in their team in the last. You think about the team, the players City have lost the last 2 seasons. I don't think they've replaced them well enough. Hazard and De Bruyne and Gundogan, them 3, and Rodri as that rock. They pretty much ran the world last season in what they did. You know, I've always said this about squad depth for everyone. I think every team in this league has got issues with their squad somewhere. I don't think anyone's got perfect squad depth at all. And you look at City, for instance. Now, if Rodri was missing for 3 games last season, I think Gundogan would have come in, and I think City would have still been all right. There might have been a little drop because how good Rodri is in that position, but I think with Gundogan in there, they would have been all right. They haven't got that now, and you know, he's shoehorning Silva into this like double pivot area. You know, he's got Lewis playing there. He's got, you know, I don't think Kovacic is a City midfielder. I really don't. I don't think he's quick enough to get around for a City midfield. They made some weird I think Doku's going to be a revelation for City in the years to come. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, but they got Pep Guardiola, man. They got the best coach in world football, and if anyone can do it, even if they're not as good, I think even City fans will admit. I think even City fans will probably admit that their squad probably ain't as good as last year or the year before that right now. But they got the best manager in world football, and if anyone can still do this, City can. But their squad is not massive. You know, this myth that City have got a big squad, they haven't. I mean, sometimes I look at their subs bench and I'm like, no, what? You know, but they still get the job done. They still get the job done, man, because they got that man. Pep. As long as Pep's there. If Pep weren't in charge of Man City right now, I don't think Man City get anywhere near the title.
You're saying if Pep...
I think Arsenal win it. I think Arsenal, if they sign Ivan Toney in January, Arsenal win the league, in my opinion.
You know what? Don't jump the gun. We're going to talk about Ivan Toney in a second. But, Ches, what are you saying? Do you think Man City got weaker?
No, you know what? While Jamie was talking, I looked at the transfers last year. They didn't really bring in anybody that major other than Haaland last year. And before Haaland, they were still scoring goals. So this summer, on paper, I think you're just saying that they didn't have a good summer because we haven't seen the players perform yet, like Nunes, Kovacic, Doku. But again, you've got to use the same brush. It's only been 8 games. You never know. Doku might get, when he comes back after the break, Pep might have a word with everyone, and then Doku hits form.
Oh, Doku's the one, though.
Doku. I think even Nunes. Like Nunes, he's an unknown commodity because obviously no one watches Wolves like that. So we don't know how good he's going to be. But he might come alive. And then Kovacic drops to the bench. So, I don't think they've had a poor summer and they're going to fall off. And even this Ivan Toney thing, I don't know. It depends. It depends how City do. Like, it could be really competitive, you know. If Arsenal get Toney and City just a City, then it'd be quite close.
Hit that like
button. I don't know if Arsenal's problem is goal scoring, though, Jamie. That's the problem. I don't know if it is.
It's finishing.
It
is goal scoring. Our problem is goal scoring. 1 second. a full Arsenal 11 fit is scary. Yeah, 100%. And that's what we're going to have. I genuinely do believe. Big up Elmatis with the super chat. I really do appreciate that, bro. Super chats help the channel out massively. But guys, do me a favor. Another thing you can help out the channel with is hitting that like button. So please do hit that like button. But yeah, a fully fit Arsenal squad is very scary. We haven't yet seen a fully fit Arsenal attack. The front three have only played together for 14 minutes this entire season. Partey, yeah, 14 minutes this entire season. Remember Manchester United when we scored the 2 goals in the last couple minutes? That's when we first played Saka, Martinelli, and Gabriel Jesus together for the first time this season for 14 minutes against Manchester United before we ended up scoring 2 goals. So, and then that midfield, we've only played Declan Rice, Partey, and Odegaard technically once together in the midfield. We did that.
Yeah,
we did that one time in the midfield, and that was in the game against Manchester City in the Community Shield. So this Arsenal team has levels to still go. Where City, they also have levels to go, but they're having their blip now. They usually have a blip everywhere, every season. Look, you have a City fan here saying, "Nah, our squad is better this year."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's worse.
You will see it.
I don't think it's worse.
No. I don't. Is
and this is the issue.
Gundogan?
Kevin De Bruyne and Rodri were the issue.
Yeah, but that's not saying
these two guys is massive for
right. This is what I want to say here. Right, this is one thing I want to bring up because the media always spin this narrative about Liverpool. Yeah, if Liverpool lose a Salah or a Virgil van Dijk, yeah, they can't. They're not as good as they would be without. They're not as good, and they drop points. Yeah, and I keep saying this all the time. I don't care who you are. If you lose your best players on the pitch for a length of time, you're not as good as a team. And this is proving with City. No matter how good City is, no matter how good of a coach Pep Guardiola is, Rodri and De Bruyne are at that team at the same time. City are not as scary and they're not as good. It's just a fact. And this, I think we just got to look at it. That this is why I don't think anyone's got a perfect squad in the Premier League. I think all teams have got issues. And Gundogan leaving, who was look, Gundogan basically won City the treble at the end of the season. He was just doing bits at the end of the season, absolutely amazing. And he did it the season before that as well. He was just he's an amazing footballer. Kovacic and just not as good as him.
Okay. I think it's Family Feud time because you guys have a dispute already. So the first thing that's going to solve the dispute last year, this time, right? If you were to compare Arsenal and City to their teams this year, yes, Arsenal have dropped 1 more point. City have dropped how many more points do you think compared to last season? Let me go check that.
Great games,
isn't it 2?
Because we're 8 games into the season. How many points did City drop last season? Who wants to take this? Who's confident in this answer?
I know this one.
Out of the 2 of what?
I know this answer still.
You know the answer?
Well, how many points City dropped?
Okay, so game week 8, after game week 8 last season, do City have more or less points than they have right now?
Yeah, they have less.
They have less.
Yeah.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you this. The answer is you're wrong.
Is it?
You're wrong. You're wrong. The reason being, they had last season. Oh, I gotta stop this sound. you had last season. Now you have a chance to steal. What do you call it, Jamie? Yeah. Arsenal. Did Arsenal have more or less points this season? Last season after 8 games. Sorry, 1 second. After 8.
Egal, you're wrong.
No. I'm wrong. You're right. I was looking at 7 games. I was looking at 7 games. You're right. Listen, City have 18. Okay, how about this? I'll double your money. Do City have more or less goals than they did last season?
Ooh, what's Haaland got 8 goals?
Boy, is this me to answer, Egal? That we should double or nothing. So is that me, right?
Yeah. Do City have more or less goals than last season?
Oh, I can't think of that.
You know what? I'm going to go with less.
Of course. City last season after 8 games had 29 goals.
Yeah.
Right now they have 17.
You know why I said that
goes
though?
to show
Because I
you,
think
just,
Haaland got like 3 hat tricks.
Yeah.
just goes to show you, even though you're backing the City team saying they haven't gotten weaker, the statistics are backing Jamie saying they're not as good as they were last year. Same with Arsenal. We're not as good as we were last year.
You know what? It's the Dwight York effect.
Big up
That's what
my guy. Okay, now that George is in the building, George, welcome. If you don't know, what we're doing is anytime we have a question, anytime we have two people disputing on something, it's going to be solved with a question, and then it's going to be like Family Feud type. You can steal it afterwards. First one went to Ches, and he thinks City are better this season, or at least as good as they were last season. Do you agree with that?
That's crazy. Nah, do you know what? Yeah.
Thank you, George.
Nah, do you know why? Yeah, because when I look at that City team, especially that Arsenal game, let me look at that Arsenal game in singularity. Like, that's the worst I've seen City play in a very, very long time. Like, I've never seen their build-up play been nullified that bad. Like, I've seen
credit to us, bro. Come on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Did you not just hear what I said, Egal? I've never seen their build-up play be nullified that easy. Like, I just personally think the fact that they didn't have De Bruyne, like they had no options for Haaland. They couldn't find his feet. They couldn't find his head. Bernardo Silva, Grealish, like Foden, they just didn't have it. And for me, I don't think this City team is nearly as good as they was last season or even a couple of years ago. I think that this City team has definitely dropped a level. And you could see right now, without Rodri or De Bruyne, of course, City are amazing. They're always going to be amazing, but they're definitely a level below. Like, we always say there's City and then there's the rest. Without De Bruyne and Rodri, City aren't up there no more. City are down here with everyone else. They're here with Arsenal, Liverpool. Like, they're down on this level. They're back with everyone else. And I just personally see them. As we've seen, look, they've dropped points in the past 2 Premier League games. And obviously, this is early in the season. City love to do this. They wait until later on into the season to have their long runs. But from dropping points against Wolves and then Arsenal in consecutive games, it's a worry that if you're dropping points this early in the season, whilst Arsenal and Liverpool continue to pick them up, if they do, they can fall behind before they even get started. And I'm not saying that they're not going to win the title or anything, but they're definitely not as good as they was last year, I don't think.
All right, let's go to the next topic. Ivan Toney in January might be loading for Arsenal. Arsenal are ready to drop 70 to 80 million pounds to secure Ivan Toney, and he's becoming their priority signing. Arsenal will only make one major signing in January unless they're able to shift off somebody, and that could potentially be Aaron Ramsdale leaving in January to bring in a second major signing in the summer. Now, I don't know if Aaron Ramsdale is actually going to get sold. In order for Aaron Ramsdale to get sold, we need to see what's going to happen. But if we confirm the signing of David Raya and also go to Brentford and go buy Ivan Toney, and then we could potentially sell Aaron Ramsdale in January and bring in a Neto. My club's moving different right now, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not used to this. This is crazy. What do you guys think?
No, Ivan Toney will be he'll be that focal point you haven't got up front yet at the moment. That's what he'll be. He'll be that focal point. And Ivan Toney's a very good footballer. He's a talented player. I don't think he gets the respect he deserves because he plays with Brentford, but he's not just a goal scorer. He's very good at holding up the ball. He's got good technical ability. He's quick. He's great in the air. He's a very good player. You haven't really got a focal point at the moment because I don't count Gabriel Jesus as a number 9. I think he's more of a winger, a wide player. I think that's where he sort of prefers to play. If you get him, that's a focal point up top who also can keep the ball further up the pitch, which means you can press higher up the pitch and suffocate more teams further up the pitch. It's the right transfer for you guys to do, in my opinion. If you get him, I think you could scrape the league. I really do.
Do you know? Yeah, he plugs the holes that Jesus has in his game, which is finishing. Like he's a goal scorer. Jesus, we all know when he was coming to Arsenal that he just wasn't a finisher. He never played in the strike for City too often because he'd miss chances. And Arsenal saw over the last 12 months, he misses a lot of big chances for you guys, and especially games that you would have picked up points in. If it was
Derby.
Yeah, literally. So the way that I see it is you bring in Toney. He's a good, very good player. I think his all-round game, I don't feel like the way that Arsenal fans, I think sometimes they see it is where they go wrong. Is it's Jesus or Toney. It's not Jesus or Toney. It's Jesus and Toney. And Jesus, let's be real, Jesus' best position isn't even in the 9. It's when you put him out wide, or it's when you bring him into another position where he can like adapt the game and with regards to the build-up play. But Toney, you bring him into the team, he's good at that. He's very good at building up play. We see he holds up the ball well for Brentford. I feel like his link-up play with Mbeumo is amazing. I feel like he can probably build good relationships with potentially Martinelli and Saka. He takes Arsenal to another level. There's no doubt about that. You guys haven't had a proven goal scorer for a very long time.
You literally have people saying the exact opposite, saying he's not a level raiser. You need someone like Osimhen. Let's be honest, Osimhen's not joining Arsenal in January. You can't get Osimhen in January.
That's why I chime in, because I'm a Chelsea fan, innit? I think we might go for him. Here's the thing, yeah.
The risk, if you ask me.
I think Osimhen is definitely the better player. Obviously, me and Don have this argument all the time. We're always talking about Osimhen or Toney. I think Toney for Arsenal fits perfectly. I think that he's a great finisher. He adds that hold up there, Jamie said. He adds a different dimension to your team. He can be a difference maker in those games where you come up up short. Because I don't think none of your forward liners are like clinical strikers, clinical finishers. They're good players. They can score, but they're not clinical like that. And I think Toney will bring that different edge. And then people marking him free space for Martinelli and Saka, whatever, and co. But will Arsenal spend the money in January? It'd be crazy.
We've done it last year.
I'm saying it'd be crazy if we do it.
Guys, Arsenal spending money is not the issue. The issue to me is, do you guys think Ivan Toney is that difference maker? Because to me, I think he could potentially be that icing on the cake. He could be that final piece to that attack. Because
are you implying that? Would you say that if you don't get him, I know you're confident to win the league, but are you saying if you don't get him, that the league is more like this? But if you were to get him, you'd be more confident that you definitely win the league.
Bro, we've created so many chances. We struggle to actually finish our chances. We create the chances. We just don't finish them.
I feel like because you have abundance of
if we had a Mo Salah in our team last year,
clinical,
one second. If we had a player like Liverpool have Mo Salah, we won the league last year. If we had Harry Kane, we won the league last year. That's the reality. The difference is these guys are the difference between you winning some of these tight games. How many times have you seen Harry Kane win you a game you didn't deserve to win? How many times did you see Mo Salah win Liverpool a game they didn't deserve to win? Our guys like Saka, Martinelli can do only so much. They're wingers. Your forwards are the ones that get the most chances. And Eddie Nketiah, wasteful. Jesus, as much as I love his work rate, he doesn't capitalize on all his opportunities. He needs 4 chances to finish. And guess what? The hardest chances when he's one-on-one, slicing Della, when we're 2-1 up, it's almost like no pressure. When he has pressure on him, he doesn't perform as well. It's crazy to me. When there's no pressure, he does what he does. But hey, I think the Ivan Toney thing is interesting because if we get Ivan Toney, do you guys honestly believe Chelsea could attract Osimhen? As you just said, you spoke about Osimhen. I didn't even mention him. You believe you can get him for real?
Yeah, bro. We've got Enzo and Caicedo.
Come on, bro.
No,
I personally just think if you guys go in for Caicedo, it's the only reason he would go Chelsea is off the back of all the rubbish that's been happening with Napoli and him recently. Like he would go to Chelsea because he doesn't feel wanted at Napoli, and it's not like he's not in a good environment. But Chelsea is not a good move for him at all. And I think if he went to your club, he'd be taking a step back in his career.
I actually think Ivan Toney with Nkunku at Chelsea would be fantastic. Because if you go back to who's the geezer and they had a great partnership, and that would, I think that would work beautifully actually. Toney and.
So what about Osimhen to Chelsea? You guys think Osimhen to Chelsea is realistic for Chelsea with the state that they're in, rebuilding? Would he go there?
I feel like any move is always realistic for them because they have enough money, but
they go there because they get paid. So I mean,
when you have the money and the clout that Chelsea do, most players will join. You man want to say, "Oh yeah, you man rebuilding."
Yeah, true.
These young players, bro. When you have like Nkunku, look at you, James. It's definitely a project you buy into. What you got, Caicedo and Enzo just last year. Man, them aren't done. They're not going to be like, "Oh yeah, but are you going to win the league next year?" Not really. These men are getting sold a big project for a long-term future.
Okay, so for the fun of it, who disagrees with him?
Give me a fact. If we disagree, tell me why. In fact,
okay.
So why he shouldn't move to Chelsea?
No, why he wouldn't, not why he shouldn't. Why he wouldn't.
Obviously, why he wouldn't. Money talks. There's no reason why he wouldn't, but why he shouldn't move to Chelsea is because you guys aren't a settled club right now. You guys have a lot of issues. You guys have an inflated squad where you don't even know what your best 11 is still. You still have however many injuries out. So when all those players come back, you're going to have to fit them into the squad too. Your attack, yeah, you guys create chances. We can hear that. But there isn't no chemistry or fluidity in that attack. You just
how are you creating chances? There's no fluidity.
Well, because look at the teams you guys are creating chances against. Not when it comes up against the bigger games and the better teams. You guys haven't
chances against Liverpool, Jamie. Did we not
the first game of the season? That's the first game of the season. You were good that game.
Wait, what did you say?
The first game of the season, you was good, and then you looked bad for 5 games.
Did you mention the quality of opponent?
Yeah, I did.
How's that? I don't know how that makes sense, by the way, because we've placed all different quality. That's the first issue. And then you said no cohesion.
I said Liverpool. So the Liverpool was the first game of the season. You guys looked good in that game. Everyone thought Chelsea, Pochettino's cooking. And then we realized you guys are just typical Chelsea. And against Luton, yeah, you scored 3 goals against Luton. But then when you look at some of your other games and you look at the teams that you're conceding chances against, you're not scoring goals in.
You know what?
No, but
let me stop this.
Wait, bro. Wait.
The reason why we're gonna stop this is because George, midweek, a lot of people were analyzing Tottenham, and the actual statement that was coming out is Tottenham are slightly overrated for a similar situation that you just mentioned. The opponents that you faced this season, outside of Arsenal, Liverpool, they're saying Manchester United are dead, and you face 4 relegation teams.
But we're unbeaten against 3 of the top 6.
But you're also in that unbeaten run. Most of your wins and most of your goals have come against 4 of the relegation sides.
No, I understand that.
And
I'm not shooting myself in the foot because, again, Tottenham have been good against every team we've played this season, not just against the relegation sides. We were good against Arsenal away from home. We dominated Liverpool at home. We dominate Manchester United at home. That's what you call sustainable football. You can say Tottenham are overrated. That's a fair statement. If you think because we've dominated smaller sides, we did dominate Liverpool. They were better than us for the first 20 minutes, and then the rest of the.
Are we forgetting the cards?
That doesn't make a difference, though. I never said that. I never mentioned the context. I simply said that we dominated them.
Okay, let me paint the picture for you, bro. People are saying you beat Luton 1-0. People are giving you respect there. But the thing that they're looking at the fact that Sheffield United, Luton, Burnley, Bournemouth, some of your wins this season, and the fact that your team, yes, you haven't actually faced the tougher teams. Although, yes, you have played Manchester United and Liverpool and Arsenal. Outside of the other games, the reason why people give you so much credit is because of your performances in those games where you're scoring a lot of goals, your team is looking fluid, and you should be doing that. So isn't it kind of like you're dissing Chelsea on one breath, but you're bigging up Tottenham for the same thing?
I'm not dissing or bigging up Tottenham for the same thing because I said Chelsea have been bad in a lot of their games.
But we have
good against Liverpool. Wait,
so you're saying? No, let me land.
Then why did you mention the opponent?
Egal. The opponent thing, he shot himself in the foot. You're right. Like, you debunked his point already. That makes no sense. Secondly,
how does it not?
Bro,
what doesn't make sense about it?
I can tell you why.
Tell me what doesn't make sense.
Let me tell you why, George. Let me tell you why. Because what you're doing right now, you're top of the league. You're not gassed, so I'm not going to say you gassed and you're talking crap. But what you're doing is you're overinflating your point to make it make sense. Your point doesn't make sense about the teams you play. It's because everyone has to play these teams. That's the first point. The second point is the same teams that we beat or we didn't beat and the same teams you beat that are the same level, you get praised for it and we don't. The difference is we've been playing well in most of our games. We just haven't finished, which is why I said Osimhen would work for us. You said he wouldn't work for us because we're an unstable club, but then said we create chances. So surely if we get Osimhen, on top of the chances we create, we'll be higher up in the league like you are. That's why you shot yourself in the foot. It don't make sense.
No, I don't. I said the chance. I said you've been creating chances, but I don't think you've been creating good chances, good quality chances. I said your attack doesn't have fluidity, as in there isn't. You can create chances.
That's a fact.
Wait, you can look at the wing.
You watch the Aston Villa game.
You can look at some of your individual players and say yes, they create chances because they're better than the fullbacks they're playing against. So individually, you look at Sterling, who did he have a really good game against recently? It was it Burnley? He had a really good game against Burnley, right?
Yeah.
And that's because on the 1v1s, he was dominating. He was good. He was flying. He's had 2 of his best games against Burnley and Luton. And then you look at the other games, Sterling's nowhere to be seen. He's a shadow of himself. He's poor. And that's because there is no fluidity and chemistry in your attack. And if you look at our attack, yeah? I say you putting in another player, you swap out, and Tottenham are going to play the exact same, and we're still going to create a high amount of chances, with or without, let's say, Kulusevski on the wing, with or without Brennan Johnson on the wing. Our players
what, guys? We're gonna have to keep it moving because we got a lot to talk to cover still. Let's just go to Eden Hazard now because we covered the Tottenham thing somehow in there. I like that. Eden Hazard retired, and I'm seeing a lot of people saying some crazy things, dissing him. The guy is a legend. Let's not diss him too much. Let's not diss him and discredit what he's done. He's done a lot of great things at Chelsea and also at Lille, and how he performed got him the move to Real Madrid. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for him. But one thing I'm not going to like is I don't like the logistics of football where people start saying Eden Hazard, because he was great in the 2010s, he's one of the top 10 in Premier League history. Premier League has been going on for a long time. Why is it in football it's so different to other sports where a player like Eden Hazard, because he's an attacker, he played so well in his position, all of a sudden gets rated higher than players in other positions like John Terry or Lampard at Chelsea? I don't even think he is top 3 at Chelsea right now. I would say Drogba, Lampard, and John Terry are still better than him. And even in the Premier League, when it comes to Belgian players, we could argue that Kevin De Bruyne is better than him. So it's like this whole thing where people are saying he's the best, he's this, he's a great player. Don't take that away from him. But we're kind of overdoing it with the celebration of Eden Hazard. I get it, he retired. But some of the takes I've been hearing, bro, somebody said verbatim straight to my face, he's top 2 in the Premier League. It's Henry and Hazard. I'm like, what can I do?
That's obviously capping it. Let's be real.
Bro, I want to know, where do you rate him? Because people have been telling me it's crazy if you don't rate him in your top 10. But I think that's not ridiculous to say.
No, the debate issue becomes clearer when Jamie will know this. The Salah and Hazard debate kind of sums everything up. People compare Salah's longevity and the goals he scored to Hazard's ability and what he performed. They're not comparable. So your point of people rating him top 10, they can have that opinion because they might view, their argument might be a bit different to your argument. You might be looking at longevity, you might be looking at trophies, someone else might be looking at flair.
Is it greatness? Like what is it? Top
exactly, George. Like people going, Salah and Hazard, you can't compare it because Salah's got 100 something more goals. Bro, they're completely 2 different arguments. That's what I'm trying to say. So in my opinion,
where do you have him?
I have him definitely top 5 Chelsea players, definitely. With Zola, obviously Terry, whatever. In terms of overall, he's definitely like top 20 players. In the
I always feel like, Egal, it's bad. Like whenever you do these top 10, I feel like the lists are just bad. Whenever you start mushing like a whole, like there's 11 places in like 11 positions on a football pitch. And you're doing a top 10, like it would only be right. Let's be real. If you're doing a top 10, you put 1 of each position in there. Like, but I personally look at it and I say wingers, the best wingers in Premier League history. That's what I would say. No, I'm not saying he's the best one, but I would look when you start doing these arguments, I'd say, where's Hazard in best wingers in history? I'd say he's top 3, top 5. Not like top 5, 100%. Yeah. He's an argument for top 3 wingers in Premier League history. For me, from my watching, I personally think that Hazard was an absolute demon against the big clubs. I don't feel like there's a big game. There probably hasn't been a big game player like Hazard.
So why does Giggs get so disrespected though?
Giggs is before most of our time. That's just quite
it. I never saw Giggs. I'm probably the oldest here. So
does Mo Salah get into this conversation as top wingers?
Look, at the end of if Mo Salah's here till he's 34 at Liverpool, and score and getting the GA that he still does now, goals and assists as a winger, he will. You're going to find it hard not to put him as the greatest right winger in Premier League history. With regards to actual wingers, though, don't you think he needs another trophy, another Premier League
definitely
trophy?
Does.
He's putting himself as number 1.
I don't know. I've always said it. Steven Gerrard and Wayne Rooney, the 2 best British players I've ever seen in my lifetime. And if you ask most professionals and you do a top 11 Premier League of all time, Steven Gerrard probably is in the midfield. So I don't know. I really don't know about that. But I just look at. I think it's mad with Salah. I've always said it. If Mo Salah was South American or Brazilian or Argentinian, and he was getting the goals and assists that this man gets as a right winger all the time, there wouldn't be no debate. But for some reason, he doesn't get the credit he deserves, and I have no idea.
No, I'm not having that.
Not you guys might not be.
People comparing, not you, Jamie. I'm not having to go at you. People comparing him to Hazard, who everyone on this panel would say is one of the best players everyone's ever seen live or play the game.
Bro, I've seen Cristiano Ronaldo live. So
I
you get my point though. Like Hazard and Ronaldo are like left wingers. Like
if I go on Premier League only,
there's a case to say Harry Kane is better than Hazard.
If I go on Premier League only,
how can you say
between Chelsea? If I go on Premier League only between
besides
Hazard,
winning trophies,
Hazard had a year off.
Besides winning trophies,
Salah's never had a year off.
Because bro,
don't do this
again. Have Alan Shearer as top 3 players of all time in the Premier League.
Alan Shearer's won trophies, bro.
Yeah, he won 1 league title.
And he scored hella goals. He's exceptional goal scoring.
I'm kind of overdoing it. I'm trying to trigger you there. Allow it. Listen, bring it back to the reality. The fact is, if he's not even top 3 Chelsea players, then Case would say that Lampard, John Terry, and Didier Drogba will get in top 10 before him. So
no,
based on
Drogba most definitely not. Drogba's just but I'm just saying to Egal, Drogba's a great, like a Chelsea great. But when you talk about overall players, you look at his record. He's not a player that's even top 10 Premier League strikers of all time. Like he's not.
That's what I'm saying. But these guys were getting at me. Anyways,
got the most goals and assists out of any African player ever in the Premier League as well.
I just don't like. I don't like this thing. Guys, I'm big with logistics of football. I don't like when people start doing these lists based on emotions, based on the player they like, and not based on the actual cold hard facts. You can do statistics, test, and combine it.
Because you don't consider him top. What do you say? You don't consider him top 15, 20?
No. I said top 10. That's unrealistic for him. Anything under that, I respect.
Top 10 overall players.
Yeah, overall.
Yeah, like George said, why the hell are we comparing centre backs to wingers, bro?
No, but unfortunately, how are we going to ever determine who are the best 10 players?
Because you do it by like position and like the top 3 per position, like the best.
You want to know something? I had AI help me out with this, and he came up with this list, and this list made no sense. It has to be outdated. That's the only thing that it makes sense. This list must be outdated, but it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's not been updated for new players. But like when you look at that, look, you already see the first 4 or 5 are all attacking players, wingers and strikers. So this is the only thing I have wrong with these lists, because look, you look at the top 10, there is no centre back. And to sit there and say a centre back's one of the most important positions.
You got to put Rio in the top.
That's what I'm saying. Ontario, Rio.
That's why I don't really like these top 10 debates. Are always very like hearsay, she say, because everyone's gonna have a completely different opinion. And the best way to do it is saying top 3 wingers, top 3 of this position, top 3 that, and that's the way you sort of get engaged where a player is really and truly.
So if we're saying to narrow it down, Hazard in terms of wingers, left wingers, he's definitely top 2, in my opinion. Is Ronaldo, then him, and that's it. And then Salah.
Why are we comparing Salah and Hazard if they don't play in the same position in a way?
Wingers are wingers. I feel like wingers.
I just think it's a Chelsea Liverpool thing.
Yeah, rivalry, definitely.
I'm going to put? Yeah, I'll stir the pot a little bit here. Was Hazard better than Prime Mane at Liverpool as a left winger?
Yes.
I think the Mane Hazard debate is a little disrespectful. No.
Yeah, definitely disrespectful.
Personally, I think Mane, when he was at Liverpool in his absolute prime and absolute best, I think Mane was the best left winger in the world at the time.
Same.
And I think Mane was tremendous. I think,
I think people forgetting because Hazard was a few, bro. Hazard.
I reckon that was after Hazard had already left Chelsea.
100%.
2018 to 2020, I'd say.
Hold on, are we saying Mane is better than Eden Hazard?
No,
he's more effective.
Is Son better than Eden Hazard? No. Is Robert Perez better than Eden Hazard?
No.
Debatable.
No,
it's not debatable.
Don't do that.
I'm probably the oldest.
Enough about that. So, guys, once again,
I don't think Henry's the best player in the Prem.
Just to give you guys a quick synopsis, if there's a debate over any position, we quickly go into Family Feud mode, and the winner, we'll get the music, right? And then we'll the way it's gonna work is say George and what do you call it? Jamie are arguing over, I don't know, what position could they be arguing over? Madison or Szoboszlai, for example. Say you're arguing over that, right? The way we're going to determine it is based on who gets the right answer. And the person who's going to get to go first is going to be the person who didn't get to go first last time. on it. So first we got goalkeeper. I think this is going to start a debate. I personally think the goalkeeper for me is Alisson, but I understand if George tries to say his boy is in there too.
Talking about team of the season, this is
yeah. So far,
I'll give it to Alisson. As much as I think Vicario's been amazing, I just think Alisson's the more proven goalkeeper. So you just give it to him for being. He's keeping keeping the standard high in it. Like,
so we're keeping it simple. First, diplomatic. Wait, you see, you got guys already saying Szoboszlai and Salah are guaranteed.
Oh, Salah's guaranteed and Alisson's guaranteed, and that's it.
It's funny because the last stream I was in with Ram, he didn't mention Szoboszlai back getting in the midfield, so I'll see what he's doing.
Salah and Alisson from a Liverpool.
So Alisson's in.
Yeah.
Alisson, you have no debate. You have no debate over that, right?
Nah, that's cool by me, man.
Alisson's a no-brainer.
Why is he not coming up? Why is he not coming up? I swear I'm typing it in properly, no?
1L.
It's 1L, isn't it? It's not the
Alisson
English version of Alisson.
What the hell, bro? Why is he not coming up? It's annoying. Okay, let's go right back while we're waiting. What are you guys saying?
Ooh.
Right back.
That's tough.
I have two in mind. I'd say either Trippier or Porro.
Porro's been good.
This might be the first feud. Why Pedro Porro?
Do you know what? Yeah, Pedro Porro's been faultless for us this whole start of the season. He's been a lot better than he was last season defensively. Going forward, he's been key for us. You even see against Manchester United, you saw his impact. Like, he's just been so good for us.
What would you say his best attribute has been?
It's definitely going forward, but then that's the only thing I would say is when you look at going forward and you look at Trippier, he's obviously got the output. Like, the only thing as I would say is they scored 9 goals in one game. He probably created about 10 chances in just that one game.
He created 4 in that game, didn't he? Yeah.
You know what? I think this is going to be the first one. And who's going to champion Trippier?
Go on, I'll champion Trippier.
You're going to champion Trippier? Okay. So
Trippier.
So you're gonna go first, Jamie, right?
Yeah.
The question is gonna be top 5 in chances created this season in the Premier League. You have to name all 5. If you don't name all 5, then George has an opportunity to steal. All he has to do is name one of them, and Pedro Porro is in over Kieran Trippier. Okay.
I like this.
Okay?
Oh well, George has won this because I can't even name one.
What? So you want to pass to George?
I can name 5 easily.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the question?
I'll take it. I want to test my own knowledge. I know that the top one.
So first, let me get my soundboard ready. Okay, go. For who's first?
I got Trippier. He's number 1. I know that. I think
Ding,
Madison's 2 or 3. I know that.
Ding, 2.
I want another one still.
Don't tell them.
I know Kulusevski's up there. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, 3. Ding.
I know there's another man.
You got 2 more left.
Yeah. You know, as I'm trying to think, I know Odegaard's not up there. I don't think he is. You know,
that's an answer. So I'm taking that. That's the first wrong answer that you've got.
I said he's not up there.
Oh, that's not up there.
Hey.
I literally said Odegaard's not up there.
You can't say names.
I was just thinking out loud.
You still got 2 more lives.
Salah.
What? Sorry?
Salah, is he not up there? Chance created. He's been no.
That's 1 more life.
I know it is.
Mitoma.
No, I know it is.
Okay, with a chance to steal, you have to get it right, or else it's done.
I know who the other one is now.
Who is it? Are you looking?
Jamie. No, I'm not looking. It's Jamie's turn now.
Jamie, you have to answer.
Your screen doing the most, bro.
Jamie, you have to answer. Stop.
I'm not looking at anything. I've got my screen on.
Just say your answer.
Alfie Doherty from Luton.
Who's the other one?
I saw that.
You got it.
Kulusevski, is it? I think.
No, you got it. But how
the other one's Neto, isn't it? The other one's Neto.
Okay, so Trippier's in. I think that was pretty fair.
Yeah, I did see that. I saw the stat. I think yesterday or today. I see Alfie Doherty up there. And I was so
center back
confused.
pairing. I will not have a team without Saliba. No debate, in my opinion.
I want to put Romero in there though. So
you know what? I would actually put Van de Ven.
I know, but I want Romero and Van de Ven. I want
Saliba.
I want a feud for the Saliba spot. That's what I want to do. I want a feud.
What
about you guys? What are you guys saying?
Saliba's the best defender in the world right now, so he's got to be in there. And I think
the
Romero
other one
next
was
to him.
Bruno Fernandes, by the way.
I think Romero next to him.
Romero and who?
Saliba. That'll be my
just to be correct, politically correct. I would put Van de Ven just because he plays on the left side, and
I would put Van de Ven also. What are you saying, Ches? What's your center back pairing?
Saliba and I like Mickey Van de Ven. You know, I think he's decent. Got pace. Yeah, he's solid. He looks good so far. Can't lie.
You know what? I think with Van, you basically now have a guy who can actually be calm next to the rashness of Romero.
People say rash, but Romero's not. He's had one yellow card this season. He's not been.
This season he's been good. Yeah.
And his one yellow card was like a push in the box, like in an offensive push. And
he just got that South American fire. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Is his name Mickey? Yeah.
Yeah, Mickey Van de Ven.
That's an interesting name. Is that Dutch?
Yeah. Oh, Mickey. No, but Van de Ven is.
Van de Ven is, right? Anyways, left back. I'm thinking, who's the best left back? Odoji, right?
The Spurs boy this year, I'd say.
Yeah, I don't think there's a debate.
That battle against him and Saka was just so good to watch, and personally, I think he come out on top.
Left backs have been dead all season.
I'm pretty sure Saka got a goal, and he also
he did. But if you look at the actual duels and you look at their battle, he come out on top.
I seen Tottenham fans were so shameless. They're like, he passed the Salah and the thing debate, but I'm pretty sure Salah got an assist also.
Yeah, but he didn't count. We know why.
Anyways, defensive midfield. This is my thing. I'm putting in Declan Rice.
Are we doing one DM?
No. What we're gonna do is, I think we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do and where we're gonna debate. So there could be a place for 2 DMs, or it could be a situation where you put 2 attacking midfielders. Who's gonna miss out? So
I think we should do a 6, 8, and a 10, like how it's supposed to be.
It should be Basuma, Maddison, and Szoboszlai. That's simple. Yeah, there's no debate.
What are you saying, George?
I agree. I think it's Basuma in the 6, Szoboszlai in the 8, and Maddison in the 10. That's what
I think Basuma's the best.
So Basuma's in. Declan Rice is not in.
No.
Okay, so Declan Rice is not in. At least give me a chance to fight for my guy.
Yeah, so go on. Let's do it.
So what I need is one of you guys to pull up a stat and let me fight for my guy.
I got you. Don't worry about that.
Look at George.
Okay, so there you go. We got George is gonna look up the stat.
George gotta find the hardest stat
for my guy.
Yeah, legit.
But you know what that means, right? If I get all 5 right, he's in. If I don't get 1 right,
yeah. I'm literally getting. I've got this right now. I'm getting the.
To be fair to Basuma, he's probably been the best DM in the league.
So what stat are you gonna give me?
George is gonna find the hardest one possible.
All right, this one shouldn't be too hard to be fair. Actually, no, we're not going to do that one. That one.
Don't make it easy for him.
Yeah, I don't want to make it easy for him. That's what I was thinking. I found one.
He's already got Saliba in here already.
All right, you done chances created, right?
We just did chances created.
So, in fact, let me just make sure I get the players up first because I do know.
We just did chances created.
I'm not doing that. I said you done that. I'm doing another one.
Okay. In the meanwhile, can we all agree Maddison is in?
Oh yeah, that. Some transfer this summer.
Maddison is in. So it's between Declan Rice or Basuma, and who's the other player? You guys are saying Szoboszlai. I'm saying Odegaard. No one's putting Odegaard in this team.
Spotify's been quality.
What?
Yeah, Spotify's been crazy, man.
Don't you think Basuma and Declan Rice with Maddison makes more sense?
No, they do the same role. Yeah, I think
Okay.
decent.
Who else? Salah's in 100%. There's no right winger next to Salah, right?
No,
Salah's in.
so far.
Left winger.
Salah's in 100%. We'll do the rest of the team.
All right, I got the stats up for you now.
Which stat is
seeing
it?
as we're talking about DMs, we're doing tackles. So you need to name the top 5 players with the most tackles so far in the league this season.
Okay.
That's tough.
Basuma.
Yeah, that's one.
Okay. The rest are all center backs, or
Nah. To be fair, I'll give you none of them are center backs, or maybe one, or none. Actually, none.
Declan Rice?
Nope.
Fuck. Paulinho.
Yeah, that's 2.
What else is there? Who else is Sar?
Nope.
And then last one.
I don't see you getting any of the other ones, to be fair. That surprised me.
Bro, I honestly,
Paquetá.
it has to be like a Newcastle player or something. I don't
I reckon
know.
there's a Chelsea one in there.
I just said one.
I think there's a Chelsea one in there. I can feel it.
What, Conor Gallagher or something?
Conor Gallagher's one, yeah.
Yeah.
Say wallahi.
Yeah, he's
That's
third.
good still.
Okay, I think I should just get the point from there.
Nah. You need that. There's 2 more left. 2 more.
Can you give me hints?
Low down the table. That's one of them. Number 1's low down the table. So real low.
Oh, maybe.
I don't even know, bro. I'm done.
So the number 1 was Nakamba from Luton, their DM, and then the other one was what Jamie said, Paquetá.
Yeah.
Paquetá. There you go.
So
how am I going to get that?
Too, by the way.
Big up to you, George. George got me. So Szoboszlai is the other one you guys are saying?
Yeah, but I will make an honourable mention for Paquetá and Ward-Prowse. I think they've been very good this season.
You know what? Ward-Prowse should be in over him.
And Ward-Prowse not in the England team. That's what I want to know.
I don't know, man. The England team don't make sense.
Yeah, it never does.
No.
England team don't make sense. So I want to fight for Odegaard.
Over Maddison.
But I don't think I should have to do the questions. I think
there's no chance that Odegaard is over Maddison. Come on, man. He literally showed him up at his own gap.
Odegaard and Szoboszlai have been the same, bro.
Oh, you mean over Szoboszlai?
Yeah.
I don't think Odegaard's been that good this season.
I don't
same.
I think that's not disrespect to him. That's not disrespect.
Okay, you know what? We'll argue somewhere else. Left wing. What are we saying?
Anthony Gordon.
Gordon. I've not got it. I don't think it's Gordon. I think
Anthony Gordon. That's a shout.
I think
this is tough. I can't lie. I can't really think of left wings you've been banging.
Mitoma. I did have Mitoma.
What about Son? Son's been striker, right?
He's been striker, so I wouldn't even want to put him in a left wing argument. The only other options I'd say are like.
But Mitoma didn't really do nothing since the last international break.
Yeah,
He's been quiet.
in this though.
I think Anthony Gordon's been better than Mitoma this season. I really do. And I hate that.
I think Anthony Gordon's a crazy shout. So let's do a Mitoma Anthony Gordon debate. And this one's going to be easier. It's going to be top 5 assists in the league right now.
Top 5 assists in the league right now.
Yeah, I know this.
No. Top 5 is easy. Top 5 is easy. So the way it's going to work is
who are we arguing over here?
So
left winger. Come on, man.
I'm doing the questions. Who's going to argue? Who's going to take Anthony Gordon? It's Jamie because it's his shout, and Mitoma is George's shout. So George is going to take Matoma.
There's no
And
other
because-
shouts, really. Let's
What
be
about
real.
Neto?
Son, maybe Son.
Neto.
Oh,
Some
Neto
big
also.
Neto.
Neto's
played-
also a shout. But
Neto's
Neto
been
played
playing
on the
off
right.
He's been
Neto
playing
plays on the
right.
right.
Yeah.
There's no left wingers.
The only other left winger you want to throw out there is even Martinelli and Rashford. And Martinelli missed a few games.
Nah, both of them have not been good enough.
Rashford's been horrible.
Trossard.
Luis
Trossard.
Diaz. You got Luis Diaz.
Trossard's a shout.
3 goals this
But
season.
hey, so who's gonna champion?
I'll do it.
Champion this?
You
Jamie
two
this
the
time.
last one. I'll do. Me and Jamie doing this one.
Okay, so Ches, you already did one, right?
Yeah, but as in
Early in
you
the
guys
show.
did the last two, so just switch it up, innit?
Yeah. So Jamie, you're going first. You have to name the top 5 assist goers in the Premier League, and since there's a tie for the top 5, I'll make it the top 6. So
Bloody
the
hell.
top 6 assist goers. You only need to get 4 out of the 6.
Come on.
Fucking hell. Oh, I hate all
Bro,
this stuff.
this is. What do you mean? You want it to be all 6? He has to get all 6.
At least 5.
Okay, get at least 5 out of the 6. Go ahead.
Oh my god. Oh right.
People in the comment section.
I'm gonna go Neto,
Yeah.
Madders, because he has got a lot. Trippier, Mo Salah. I believe.
Bro, Jamie, look at the camera. Are you
Literally, I'm seeing the screen doing too much.
Jamie?
Jamie, look this way, bro.
Jamie,
Look this way. Why do you
Please.
keep going?
Look that way. I look that way.
Are you serious? Reading it?
No, I'm not reading nothing. This is just
Yeah,
how I
you're
sit.
going like
reading it,
this,
bro.
looking like you're reading it.
Oh no, I just sit like this. This is how I sit. All right, I won't look at the thing. I believe Vladimir Koufal at West Ham's up there as well.
That's what I'm saying. Hey,
He's done a job here. He's done a job.
getting that, bro. What the hell?
He won it. He won it, but the guy definitely was reading it. Okay.
Hey, Jamie,
Just-
you're so sly.
I think we need a
No,
VAR
one
on that
second,
one.
one
We need a
second.
VAR.
One second. Just to prove you weren't reading it, can you tell me if or not, what do you call it? If any of the 2 guys mentioned are in the top 10 assist goers for left wing, Anthony Gordon or Matoma, are they in the top 10? Yes or no?
I have no idea. I think Gordon's got more than Matoma this season. But I wouldn't know.
How many assists does Gordon have?
Has he got 2?
Matoma has 3.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, I won't look him. That's what I'm saying.
Anyways,
I
I'm
just
just.
remember Koufal getting
I don't know.
set.
I don't know if I think we got to redo that. Don't you guys think?
He did get the 5 out of 6. Let's see. Can you name the last one? The number 6.
The number 6.
Yeah, the
Okay.
last joint one.
The last
Um,
person to have 4 assists in the Premier League.
Joint with Koufal.
I didn't know Koufal was joint with anyone.
He's joined with
He's joined
Salah
with
and one
Mo
other
Salah
player.
and the other person.
I can't think. Foden, maybe. Not sure.
Nah, it's Ollie Watkins.
Ollie Watkins.
Anyways, he
Okay.
gets it.
Ollie Watkins.
Anthony Gordon.
Nah, he got that, to be fair. Oh, yeah. Koufal, man.
Kufar made me laugh.
Bro,
I could
you know-
he said
bro,
that.
if cheating was allowed, I would have got Declan Rice in this team. Okay. I'm not saying you're cheating, bro. I'm just making a joke. Anyways, next striker. Call me crazy. Erling Haaland's not getting in this team.
No,
don't touch this
cheating. No cheating. See, look. No cheating.
What? All right, yo, Erling Haaland don't get in this team. I'm
Nah.
putting
No,
somebody else
Haaland's a
up top.
basic footballer, man. Can't have him. in the
I'm putting Julian Alvarez.
No. We're talking about striker. We need strikers that score goals. I think
team.
there's only
Son.
2 mentions.
Son
It's
should
It's
be
either
the
Son,
number one.
Son or Watkins. I think it's either
Son
Son or
also.
Hey, Watkins.
Watkins.
Watkins, that's the shout.
Yeah.
But the reason I'm going to go with Son is because he's taken over Harry Kane's mantle like that, and Tottenham top of the league. So that's why I'm
6
going with
goals
Son.
in 5 games in strike, and he's been carrying an injury.
And for me, Son is the cleanest finisher in the Premier League.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I'm
who's
gonna
gonna
give
take this
it
one?
to Watkins. Maybe we'll do another family feud this time.
Who's gonna do the debate?
I'll do
So
it. I'll do it.
Son-
I'll give it to Watkins, yeah, because they've scored. I think looking at it now, the second or the third highest amount of goals in the league, and Watkins has been instrumental in their attack. He's been cold.
Okay.
So yeah,
I think he's been good, but I'm a champion Son, 100%. Like, I think
Is there gonna be another one also,
another player,
or is it just those two?
I mean,
Because
Haaland. To be fair,
Isak
Haaland
has 6 goals, guys.
Haaland is top goal scorer in the Premier
you should
League.
give it to Haaland realistically. But
He is top goal scorer.
I personally just don't think Haaland's like when City's been bad, Haaland's not been good.
Yeah, I don't think he's good.
Let's get it going. So this time is the easy one. Ches, I'm gonna give it to you. The way it's gonna work is there's top 10 goal scorers in the league, right? But you have to get 6 out of the 10. Is that fair, George?
I feel like it should be 7. You know, just like 6 is like 6.
1 second. If I say 7, do you think you could get the 7?
Probably.
So Ches, do you want to pass it on, or do you want to do it yourself?
wait, I have to name 6 or 7 top 10 Premier League goal scorers this season so far.
Yes.
I think I could do that still.
Okay. So right away, you already know 1. So go ahead.
What, Salah?
Of course.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna look at the camera in it, so no one can think I'm cheating. I'm gonna go Salah. I'm gonna shout out Jamie. I'm gonna go Salah, Son, obviously Haaland. Let's go that Wolves guy. What's his name? Wang Hing Chan. Watkins. Oh, this way gets tough. Oh, Alexander and Isak. I'll do 7 just because George might beat me. Pause. Shoot! Don't do this to me, bro.
I said 7. He couldn't get it.
Yo, wait. Let me land. I said Son already, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Madders?
No.
You're on the last one. Last life.
One still. Oh, Saka. Yes! Clutch me in!
That one.
Clutch me in! Come
I
on,
thought
man.
so.
Big boy business. You know how it goes.
He won. He got it finally in the
I was
final
destined to
second.
win that.
You know all of them, though. You know
Man knows ball. I know ball, bro.
The other one.
I think the others were Edward and Bowen, weren't they?
Yeah, I would never got that still.
Yeah.
Bowen's got
That's what I was thinking. 6 is too easy. That 7th one is
the fact that he got Saka, he has to get 2 more.
Yeah, Brian Mbumo, whatever his name is.
You have to give me 2 more.
What? I didn't win that one. What?
Because I realized that Saka counts even though there's 12 players in the top 10 goal scorers because they're tied. There's 2 people. There's like 4 people tied for 4 goals. So you should be able to name the other one.
All who's got 4 goals as well. Wait, are you saying name the other player who's got 4 goals? Who's tied with them?
Just name anybody else that you haven't named.
Another striker who's up there with 4 goals tied. Yeah.
Bowen.
Fair enough. Done. George, you happy with that now?
I mean, yeah, he's done it. Like I can't even lie. The only other player I have is Ferguson. That's it.
Okay, so there you go. So what's the striker?
I said
Watkins, isn't it?
Watkins, Ollie Watkins. Yeah.
Fair shout.
I don't have a problem. He's been class.
Yeah, he's been cold still.
Watkins. Okay, so that's the team, guys. Be honest. This team being put on attached to your name on Twitter. You're okay with this team? I'm okay with this team. I don't know about you guys.
It's actually very balanced. I feel like it's a nice balanced team with.
I think this is very yeah. And the fact that there is only 1 Arsenal player kind of surprises me, but hey.
Well, when you're in top of the league, you know you can have most.
I mean, it's only 8 games, I think. Yeah. Go back, 20 games later, you probably have loads more.
No City players.
This happened to me earlier, and what I did say is that Haaland's the only one that would get in the team. But if you actually look at his play, he's not been good this season. Like, yeah, he scores goals, but okay, since De Bruyne's not been there, and Rodri not been. He's not been good. Like he was literally nowhere to be found in Arsenal, nowhere to be found against Wolves, and in the other games, look, he's gonna score. Like Haaland's always gonna score goals, but whether he plays good or not, and better than the likes of Isaac, Watkins, and Son, players are actually bringing their team to another level. I just don't think he should be.
To be honest, we could have had a City defender because they've only conceded 6 goals in the league.
But Arsenal only conceded 6 goals also.
That's what I'm saying. So you could have had Saliba and like Diaz.
But I don't think Diaz has been better than Van de Ven.
But I think because of expectations, Van de Ven looks better. And he's
maybe.
This is the problem when you do this is always the problem when you do these sort of things, because each player we're talking about that plays for their team play different way of football. Yeah. So, if you put Van de Ven in Man City's team, he will probably just be as good as he is for Tottenham, right? We just don't know, do we? That's why I never do combined 11s, because when everyone does combined 11s, I'm all like, so we're doing a combined. If we're doing a Liverpool Chelsea combined 11, are we playing Chelsea's way or Liverpool's way? Because then that determines what players are going to be in that 11.
And also, I do think I see a lot of people say like Alvarez. Like, what position do you put Alvarez in? Do you put him in the 10? Do you put him on the wing? Like, no, he doesn't play 8 though. He's not an 8, so you can't put him in as an 8 position. It doesn't really like the team. Like I feel like when you make these teams, they need to have some sort of flow as it needs to work. Like Alvarez in the 8 just doesn't make sense. It seems like you're trying to put players in for a reason.
Do you know, it's an honourable mention for that midfielder position. You might disagree. Rico Lewis for City. I think he's been decent. I think he's been decent. No, legit. I think he's been decent.
He's a good player.
I don't think. I don't know.
Julian Alvarez in the team, but all of a sudden we're putting Rico Lewis in there.
No, I said in terms of Szoboszlai.
Yo, man said I'm flabbergasted. Haaland ain't in there. Haaland hasn't been the best attacker at City. It's actually been Julian Alvarez.
Alvarez is 11 GA.
Does he? Not in the Premier League.
Yeah, Alvarez has been killing it this
season. In the Prem GA, 11.
In the Prem, how many goals does he have?
There's no way he has 11 GA.
I don't think he has 11 in the Prem GA because I didn't see him in either of those statistics.
He's not top assist.
He's not top in either of goals or assists, so it wouldn't make no sense.
Alvarez has got 3 goals in the Premier League.
But yeah.
Callum Wilson and Ollie Watkins have got more.
3 goals, 3 assists. So the same as what Mitoma's got. So this what I mean. I hate when fans, especially people come in these chats and they start throwing out random stats. He might have GA in other competitions, but 6 GA.
We at Wolves has got he's got 5 goals in the Premier League, which is more than Alvarez. So
anyways, the most informed player in the world is actually not in the Premier League for once. It's somebody. It's Jude Bellingham.
Best player in the world.
That guy's playing like he's a striker. But yeah, Julian Alvarez has 6 goal contributions in the Premier League.
That's not good though, I can't lie.
In 2 Champions League games, the guy has 3 goals, 1 assist. What the hell?
Yeah, but you've seen their Champions League group.
Listen, we gotta go, guys. I'm gonna be headed on Jamie's channel. This show went quite quick, actually. 1 hour 9 minutes, right? Just like that. I think we covered everything. The only thing that we haven't spoken about is Chelsea are back, apparently. But we'll talk about that another time. I think it's still too early to say they're back.
I'm not gonna nibble. Okay.
He doesn't want to say it either, so I don't.
We got Arsenal next, so I would.
And then Pochettino's coming to the lane, so let's see if he keeps his job.
Man. And he's going to Anfield.
Let me say this now. Anyhow, we get points against any of these 2 here, I'm gonna be shameless. So you 2 better beat me next week.
Points, this is what they're looking
for.
You better beat us at home, go. You better.
They lose games and they're shameless. you draw games.
Amy, you'll be here when I'll be shameless. You feel I'm bad now. We get any points against these 2 teams. The amount of shit these men be talking the whole season.
Listen, don't forget. Our record at Stamford Bridge recently has been really good.
That's why I said if we get point or win, you can't say nothing.
You cannot talk about celebrating a point at home. Come on.
I never said that. I said he can't say nothing to me.
No, but you just said that you're going to be giving him smoke if you get a point at your own gaff. So if you manage to nick a point against Arsenal at your own gaff, you're going to celebrate.
Yeah, but apparently we're rubbish.
Listen, mark my word, guys. It doesn't matter what happened. Those 3 wins that they got recently has them gassed. Let's see how they do with their fixtures turning. Because have you guys seen Chelsea's fixtures? We got to finish the video quickly, but I'm just going to show you guys this.
They're naughty.
Have you seen Chelsea's fixtures? Upcoming fixtures.
It's naughty.
From now till December is peak, bro.
Guys, Poch, if he's lucky, he got 3 wins on the bounce, or this could have been termination of contracts. Arsenal, Brentford. Can you guys see what's on the screen?
Yeah.
Tottenham, Man City at home, Newcastle away, Brighton at home, Manchester United away, and then a little bit of a break, and then it starts again. Anfield. These guys are fucked.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a bit of a death row for the Chelsea.
Listen,
they
couldn't capitalize on the easiest start to the season out of all of our clubs.
I actually think Chelsea have played better than Man United this season.
I do too. I've seen somebody say Chelsea are not too far away from being considered in the same bracket as like top 4 if they can just string together a couple wins.
2 quality goal scorers, and Chelsea will be up there.
Bro, it's the same with Darwin Cuckoo back, but let's just say we do decent against you, man, and Spurs. That rest of the run doesn't look that bad anymore because you, man, are like top 2 in form in the league. So it all depends on how it goes. We're unknown commodity. You might be shit, you might be good. Let's see.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. I hear it. Let's wrap it up here, guys. George, big up to you for jumping on, especially after being on the terrace for 2 hours. I know it can be long. And Ches for jumping on. I appreciate it. Jamie, we're going to be on Jamie's channel right after this, so please do check us out. And you guys have yourselves a wonderful day. We're out of here, people. Love.